What's up, YouTube land? Xeno Gaming here, and welcome back to round number 13 of FRL. And this week we are going to be taking on the Singapore Grand Prix for round 13. Last time out, disappointing result at Monza. So yeah, really unfortunate. Just making a mistake a 7-time world champion has made in the past. But yeah, no, I can't compare myself to that bloke. He's unbelievable, as he was again in the Spanish Grand Prix last night. But myself, just too many mistakes at Monza. Unfortunately, didn't qualify well. Put myself back in the pack. Got the car damaged early. Put myself in the back foot right from lap 1 and really from qualifying. And then trying to recover and then made that mistake at the first Lesmo. So that's unfortunate, but you got to move on. And I feel like I've put in a good effort and good week of practice into Singapore and a good amount of time into Singapore to really, just get the best out of myself for this track. I feel like I did a really good job, leading up to this race to give myself the best chance to score as many points as possible. So obviously some fast guys in this league now, and it's getting a lot quicker. And we're just that's a challenge, but we'll just keep going, and we'll see if we can keep up. But anyway, without further ado, we'll be about to jump in now. Quick note: I did not record my qualifying from my POV, so it's gonna just show. I've downloaded the stream video, and I'm just showing the last 30 seconds here of the stream, just to show you guys how it kind of all finished and who qualified where. Yeah, so mistake on my part, I forgot to record qualifying. I didn't actually start recording my race until I was on the formation lap, like halfway through, which was kind of nuts. So had to quickly scramble and was quite lucky to get that going. Also, I would have been pretty upset if I didn't record it all, because it was quite an interesting race, and you'll see that unfold throughout the video. So yeah, here is qualifying. You can see where the times are at the minute, and where you can see that we're currently sitting in 4th place, but people on their fast laps, and I believe on my current fast lap as well. And my first lap in qualifying was okay. It was a 34.7. It was okay for a banker lap. It was a 34.7. My second lap was really good, 34.1. Got blocked a little bit on the lap as well, so could have probably should have been in the 33s. It was a really, really good lap. And then the final lap, just the first sector didn't go well for me. There's a spin there, interesting to see from the racing point. But yeah, the final lap, I didn't have a good first sector, and then I recovered the lap time in the middle and the third sector, but I didn't really improve the time all that much. I think I did improve my last lap, but by not a lot of time. It didn't improve my position, as actually that's me coming across the line, and actually I don't know if I did improve the lap time. But yeah, I was playing catch up, and there goes the end of qualifying. My teammate Mad Trav is on the pole there with Henry in 2nd place and Kalafis in 3rd. And you can see PHG Vengeance. Vengeance, we'll just go Vengeance in our 4th place. And then Baraka in 5th on the medium tyre. Really strong performance from him. And myself in 6th with Diddlick 7th. Richard Chan 8th. King Merrill for his home race in 9th. And Weezy Weston in 10th. So yeah, really good qualifying. I was pretty happy with 6th place. I don't know if I could have done. I mean, I could have got into the 33s, but I don't know if. I think that's about right for where my pace is at around this track, and it has been one of my weaker tracks in the past. So, to improve the performance was a really positive sign. This is where I actually started. That's where I started recording my video. But now I'm going to jump into the previous race. So on the left, you got the Italian Grand Prix, and the results from the Italian Grand Prix. My teammate Mad Trav actually ended up coming away with the win from Kalafis and Vengeance in 3rd. And you can see myself on the DNF list, which is unfortunate. And then you got the driver standings. I actually can't really make it out on this little preview window, but that's the driver standings. Baraka on top at the minute, and looking good with Zandisi not racing here in Singapore this weekend, which is unfortunate. And Mercedes on top in the Teams Championship as well. Red Bull at 3rd place at the minute, so hopefully me and Trav can give a bit of a challenge for Williams. But now we're going to jump into the race here, and hopefully we can have a good one. And yeah, we'll, without further ado, we'll get into round 13 for FRL Tier 1 at Singapore. So here we go. Round 13, FRL Singapore Tier 1 is go, and we make a decent start off the line. A really good start looks from Baraka, despite being on the medium compound tyre. We go into turn 1, we almost run into the back of Vengeance there. The game actually registers a bit of contact here as I get a warning here. Diddle look on my outside, I got to defend him off, and I managed to do so and hold in 6th position. And look at Baraka already into 4th place. No, not quite. He is in 5th, gaining a position on Vengeance, and now we get the overtake button on the run to turn 7 for the first time, and looking for a way through. And I go a bit conservative here, and I didn't think Diddleick was going to come down my inside. He sends one down the inside, and I go quite wide to make sure I can get the traction out of turn 8, and he got ahead of me for a second, but I used a bit of overtake as well on the run to 9, had the inside line, made sure I didn't lose that position, which was quite important. So yeah, good driving from the both of us there. And now we pick up a... Oh, no, not quite. We almost pick up a warning there for a corner cut. But yeah, now it's all about settling into a rhythm. Interesting lines going on from the guys ahead, and I cannot take advantage of that. So yeah, now really just got to settle into the rhythm and see what kind of pace we got to the guys ahead, obviously. So yeah, just gonna sit tight and try and work it out here as we are on the first lap of the Singapore Grand Prix, and Baraka's obviously in quite a strong position, being able to qualify in the medium tyre. One stop race, go medium to hard, optimal strategy, because these soft tyres just do not last, and especially by lap 5, they're pretty much, lap 5, 6, they're pretty much dead. So yeah, we got Kalalfis out in front. He made a great start from 3rd in the grid to get into the lead. And Baraka's now up to 2nd here with we're on lap 3, and I pick up my first warning for a corner cut there at the that little chicane there, which is a little bit unfortunate. And now we get a safety car here, a virtual safety car. And now this was fine. I didn't mind having a virtual safety car. I wasn't going to pit. You could have thought about it, having a pit stop, but it's not beneficiary. I think it's still a little bit too early, and my plan was to take the hard tyres on a one stop to the end of the Grand Prix. That's all you can really do to maximise your Grand Prix. But here, so I'm going to just explain this while I'm having this accident. I was at -2 seconds on the Delta, plus 2 seconds, sorry, not negative, plus 2 seconds on the Delta, and I just assumed the guys ahead would be the same as my Delta. So I tried to get as close to 0 as possible, and they just went really slow in, and it just caught me out. It was a stupid error, and at the time I was just like, why are they going so slow? Here I checked the incident report to see if Vengeance got a penalty for my mistake, and I think he did. At the time I didn't really realise there were so many incidents in the incident report. But yeah, so now it's gone back to green flag racing. Unfortunately, we've got a front wing change to the hard tyre. This is lap 4, and I'm taking this set to the end of the Grand Prix. So that's 27 laps on one set of tyres. That's a long way to go, and not ideal situation to be in. And as well to note, yeah, just a silly error, and one that I paid for. So we're now down pretty much in last. We got Putin. We're not in last. We're in 16th here, now 15th and 14th actually it was, and you go side by side with Putin. I make sure I just edge him out so he can't get the run on me down the straight here, and I actually pick up the DRS for being behind. But yeah, really important to stay ahead of him, because I believe I am quicker than him despite being on the hard tyre. Took a lap or two to get into the zone a little bit, but we've got now lap 6 here, another virtual safety car. And yeah, we now move to lap 7 here, and I've got Wheezy Weston behind me, who qualified in the top 10, so he's got good pace on the medium tyre. I got my second warning here, and now I've got to be careful on that. So yeah, Weston behind me, and he's putting me under pressure here, and I've just got to, I'm not too worried if he comes past being on the medium tyre. He's got a lot of work to do to keep up with me in this Grand Prix, and he actually loses the car there, and now there's a virtual safety car. So we have Vengeance behind us. I'm not sure how exactly he got behind us still. I'm not sure if he had some sort of collision accident, because we were a long way. He must have, because we were a long way behind after our accident, and he's coming through here on a fresh set of mediums, and I let him go. I defended it a little bit with the energy, but he's coming through. He's qualified ahead of me. He's quicker than me around this track, and there's not much point to fighting that. I believe I can still beat him on my strategy at the minute, because he's got a pit stop to make up, and it's a lot of time to make up, and he's not, as we pass Rhino here on lap 13. You can see he's not too far ahead of us. He's not making up the ground he needs currently on this set, especially in the traffic that we're coming through. So we're up to 11th place here, one spot out of points, and we've got Hervina here now having a collision with, I believe, Vengeance, or the guys ahead. Not exactly sure if he lost on his own. I don't know if it was Vengeance, by the way, no idea. So yeah, we got Vengeance, we got Primetime Raz, and we got, I believe, Enrique. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. I don't think it's Enrique. That's just how I'm remembering it as of right now. But yeah, Vengeance goes through on Raz. Good move. Raz made a mistake there, and now it's still the same lap actually, and you can see the Renault of Enrique gets out the way, goes into the pits, and that's the last we'll see of him. And now we got Raz here, and I got a good run here out of the last corner. He had an interesting line there, and now I'm looking down the inside, and I go deep on the brakes, but I've got to be conservative. He goes off track to maintain the position there, which is a little bit naughty, but not much we can really do about that. And yeah, we see if we can get a good run through there. I get a bit of an oversteer moment, and I give up quite early on attacking the turn, so I'm not going to close that gap. He's got DRS himself. I'm not going to close that gap. So Vengeance pulled the gap out like I expected, and Raz is on a fresher set of hard tyres than me by about 8 laps. So this is important to get this move done at this stage of the race. We go down the inside. We've got a bit more pace. We carry way too much speed into turn 7 though, and he gets us back through on the short straight to turn 8. So that's another lap I've got to spend behind him now, which could have been a lap of an extra lap of pace, my own pace. So yeah, just following him here, and I pick up my first 3-second time penalty for the most minor corner cut, but they all count, unfortunately. So here, I was a little bit behind on the straight, and I cheekily cut the turn 1 here, just to gain a little bit of time. I've got you got two tokens before you pick up your 3 seconds, so I thought I'd use one tactically there, and I did gain time, and maybe without that I don't get this move done now, because now I've got DRS overtake mode again, and now I learnt my mistake from last time around to not brake as late, got alongside, make sure, and now we're side by side. I give him a bit of contact there, and shove him off a little bit rude, but got the job done. That's what I had to do. I had to get past. I was real desperate, because my teammate Trav, who's had issues himself, had a spin, broke his front wing. He's come up behind me. I had to show this clip here. I cut the corner there, but I almost hit that wall. I don't know how I missed it. If you want to go, you can go back and slow it. I don't know how I didn't hit it, and I've got it in between the wall and the white line. I didn't know you could fit a car between there. That's how unbelievably fine that was. And now I've cut to a bit of stream action here. This is the battle for the lead between Baraka. Look how close Baraka is to the wall there, and Kalafis. Baraka going around the outside here on lap 21, and this is a duel to the end of the race, a straight fight for the win. So I had no idea this was going on while I was racing, but this is just an unbelievable battle. We're going to cut back to my action, lap 26 here in the Grand Prix, and Travis finally caught me. He's a lot quicker than me, obviously. He's unreal pace he had in qualifying, and I'm using my energy on the run to turn 7 to keep him behind. Back to the front now here on the start of lap 27, and Baraka's looking down the inside. He's not quite close enough. Is he going to send it? No, he's going to be smart about it and hold position here, while Trav here, sorry, not Trav, while Kalafis maintains the lead here, but he's going to be under huge pressure heading into turn 7 like he was on lap 21, and there was a few times where Baraka had that look into turn 7 on previous laps as well, but now here is a great opportunity for Baraka to get past, almost going into the outside wall. He's down the inside here, And is Kalafis, he's going to be able to hold it. They both go off the track there. So all fair here. And Kalafis now has the inside line for turn 8. Now Baraka's going to turn himself into the inside line for turn 9. Side by side, there's contact mid-corner there. And Kalafis holds on to the position. Unbelievable driving between the pair of them to not have a bigger accident and only have that minor contact. And incredible racing. So we've got here Trav behind us. He gives us a little tag out of T1. And now through T3, I'm conservative. He goes around the outside of me here. And I was like, hey, that's not fair. He just pushed me, half spun me kind of, and overtaken me. And I didn't like that too much. I slipstreamed him here and DRS'd him, back past him, and got ahead. And how's this for a penalty? Just missed the apex. Oh, my turning point slightly, I hit the apex, but I swear it's a millimetre I went over it, and I pick up a 3-second time penalty, which is so frustrating. But there's not much you can do about it. 4 laps to go, and now to come across the line, here go Baraka and Kalafis getting it. Now Baraka's got a fantastic run on the main straight this time, and he goes down the inside into turn 1, and on the much fresher tyres here, he's just doing the job. And now what can Kalafis do to respond? He's going to have DRS here on the run down back to turn 7. This is the important corner here, and he gets a great run through turn 5 and opens his overtake real early, gets on the DRS here. And now Baraka knows the importance here, defends the inside, and Kalafis sends it round the outside. This is just an outrageous overtake on 8-lap older tyres at this stage of the Grand Prix. Baraka sends it back down the inside into 8, but Kalafis holds on to the lead here. Unbelievable driving between the pair of them once again. And Baraka's just going to follow him. He's a lot quicker at this stage of the race. He's got a lot better tyre condition. And I can tell you from my hearts that they were feeling the best at this stage of the Grand Prix. 20 laps. And might have done 3 extra laps than Kalafis. So you can imagine how, and he's got a lot more pace than what I do. Anyway, Baraka finally goes into turn 14 here, or 15, whatever it is, and gets the job done around the outside. An outstanding move once again. So and that would be the race-winning overtake there for Baraka. So fantastic racing between the pair of them. Unbelievable battle at Singapore for the lead. And this is the same lap now, 28, that Baraka's made his overtake for the lead. Coming into the hairpin here over the Anderson Bridge, we're going to whack up the rear from Trav again, and this time I've been spun and I almost broke the front wing there. That would have been embarrassing. But yeah, Trav, I just didn't appreciate that he didn't readdress the position. Obviously I'm annoyed he hit me and spun me, but if he had readdressed the position, I probably would have been not too. It hasn't cost me any extra position or anything like that. If he had readdressed, I would have been fine with it. But he didn't do that, so I've just really annoyed by that, and put a report in. But we'll see how that goes, and hopefully I get the position back. But we're going to come across the line here today to finish in 7th place. Which is a good recovery drive, but not a lot of people finished the Grand Prix either as well, so there's that to take into fact. So 7th place, maybe 6th position, depending on how it all works out. And congratulations to Baraka on that incredible victory, great drive, and Kalafis on an outstanding defensive drive as well, almost pulling it off for the victory, but I think that the tyre advantage just was a little bit too much for Baraka at the end of the day, and my tyres were definitely second hand, and I did 3 extra laps as well, so, and they were second hand about 6-7 laps to the end. So yeah, great job as well for Henry. Qualified second, finished third, and on a 2-stop as well. Fantastic drive from him. But that's been today's video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please leave a like on this video. It would mean a lot to me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment your feedback down in the comment section below. And I can't wait till the next league race at Russia. Unfortunately, as well, quick note: Transnation, I think, has been is no more for this season. Unfortunately, as things have gone on, and not enough attendance, unfortunately, and I'm a bit of a culprit to that myself, and yeah, so it's been declared over Tier 1, and Andrew Lee's been crowned champion, so congratulations to him. So no more Transnation videos, I don't believe, on this game. It will be full focus on FRL and just trying to get the best result we can, and maybe hopefully a win. But I think with the competition now, it's a bit unlikely. But you never know. And so until the next video, I'll see you then. Goodbye.